All right, and time. Hi. Before we begin, please take the moment to look around. I know, even though we're all standing here in the same place, but you do feel that? That distance between us? So this is how I feel about world today, a distance. Because everything is moving so fast right now. Innovation, technology, even in our coffee industry. We've seen so many new things happening all the times, right? I know it feels exciting, but sometimes those excitement can leave us feeling overwhelmed. I remember there was a moment in my journey when I found myself lost and disconnected among all of this. At times, I started to ask myself, how can I keep up with this fast evolving industry? From that questions, I began searching on how to stay grounded and reconnect with my purpose. And that searching brought me back to an old tradition from my home country, Indonesia. As a principle deeply rooted in our community, guiding us to face challenges and grow stronger for generations. And we call that tradition Gotong Royong. So Gotong Royong is a tradition embodies the spirit of connection and togetherness, where we as a community come together, build connection, and work side by side to achieve something greater than ourselves. These traditions empowered me to always stay grounded, no matter how fast our world moves. This tradition also inspired me to see that this progress is not about moving faster on my own. It's about going further together. So judges today, I'm so excited to invite you experiencing Gotong Royong tradition with me. Not just through the coffee we taste, but also through the moment we share in this beautiful stage. And together, we will walk through these traditions in 3 elements. We'll begin with the foundations of it in your espresso course. We'll move with the intention in your milk beverage. And then we'll finish with our collective actions through the signature beverage. Now let's begin the first foundations of Gotong Royong. This stage is where we build connection and trust. Today, you guys are my special guests. And I know this is a big stage. We're feeling nervous sometimes. So let's begin with something simple to reconnect with each other. Now, please take the moment to face, smile, and say hello to the person next to you. How's that feel? Great. That is the connection, the heart of Gotong Royong traditions. This is how we begin back home. We start with a simple gesture and grows into something powerful. Now, as we have connected with each other, I would like to ask you to please move, starting from you, to go there, right behind the tables, and you follow. You'll find the tray in front of you. Now, let's have some coffee together, shall we? Today, we'll be enjoying 2 coffees that I found this year has beautiful and amazing flavors. These coffees have not just inspired me as a barista, but also are the living example of Gotong Royong from the farm. Our first coffee coming from Panama, where the same spirit shaped their coffee community for generations. Just like Gotong Royong from my home country. Let me tell you a story. It all began when a single family rediscovered a unique and complex coffee variety called geisha. But instead of keeping the coffee by themselves, they decided to share the coffee with the neighbors and community. And you know what? Years later, they found out that this decision not only benefited the farm, but also the entire community, making Panama as a top destination for high-quality coffee. And today, we'll be enjoying together a geisha variety from this region, growing at 19,000 meters above sea level and produced by Stella Fitti and her family on a farm called Finca Los Cenizos. This coffee has undergoes a natural process, combining a sun drying and a darkroom drying to preserve that beautiful florals and citrus characters. So the reason why I choose this coffee for you is because this is a perfect example of Gotong Royong from Panama, showing on how Estella and her family connect and work together to achieve something greater, bringing her coffee to the best of Panama. So to express those beautiful cup of coffee, I used the recipe of 20 grams to 50 grams out in about 28-second extraction time, along with the temperatures of 93 degrees Celsius. Now, judges, when I serve you this, please just evaluate the crema, but hold on to drink as we are going to do this together. Now, inspired by the spirit of Gotong Royong, here I connected myself with Icosa, selecting a specific cup to elevate your tasting experience. As you can see that this cup has pretty unique design with the ridges inside. This will help to unlock the flavor of coffee and help you to capture that beautiful aroma. While the larger size of the cup provides enough space for the espresso to reach our palate, which giving you a more silky texture when you drink it. So later, you don't need to stir espresso. Simply take the cup, swirl for 5 times, smell that beautiful aroma, and enjoy in 2 sips. But for now, let's write down the following flavor note, shall we? You're gonna have a floral jasmine aroma. Jasmine flavor, followed by bergamot and tangerine. It also has a black tea finish. The tactile is medium to low, but smooth and silky on the first sip. And then later turn into juicy and sweet aftertaste, which reminds you of black tea on your second sip. Now, you may please enjoy the espresso right away, guys. Now when you're ready, let's continue our journey together with the intentions, the second element of Gotong Royong through the milk beverage. But first, please write down the following flavor notes of strawberry cheesecake, followed by chocolate ice cream. On the second sip, you're gonna have that beautiful strawberry coated chocolate. I love that flavor notes so much. I hope you like it too. Now, in keeping with our traditions of Gotong Royong, here it's time we connect each other deeper. That's why here I've prepared you a name tag. I want you to write down your name tag on this little card, and then later you can put, like me here, on the right of your apron, but make sure I can see your name clearly. So this intentional action symbolizes the moment we move beyond being strangers. And here, our connections become deep, personal, and purposeful. Similar on how we will experience our milk beverage today. I'll be adding layer, our second coffee with the milk that I've prepared before, consisting of 50% lactose-free milk for the sweetness, followed by 40% of high full-fat milk for that beautiful richness, in addition of 10% of coconut milk to balance the acidity of our coffee, which creates also a chocolate flavors in your final drink. Now, a second coffee coming from my home country, Indonesia. It's a product of Gotong Royong. It's a yellow bourbon varietal growing at 16,000 meters above sea level in the region of West Java. On its own, this coffee has berries and chocolate flavors. But with the spirit of Gotong Royong, we elevated even further this coffee by connecting myself with Reza, a coffee processor specialized in fermentations. So when I serve you this, please stir for 5 times, back and forth, and then you can place the spoon to the vessel afterwards. Thank you. So together with Reza, we process this coffee with the natural anaerobic. Fermented for 70 hours and finish with 25 days drying on a raised bed. Hey, Carol, nice meeting you. This is for you. So the process enhancing the sweetness and fruity characters of the coffee, transforming that berry flavor into a cherry, candy, and brown sugar characters. Combining with the milk, it's an absolute winner. This is an amazing milk beverage I've ever tasted. Hi, Shindy, sorry. It's for you, enjoy. Hey, Scott, last one. Sorry for let you waiting. Enjoy. Friends, when you're ready, could you please join me on this table for the final serving, starting from you, Scott. You can right here, 2 on the left and 2 on the right. Perfect. Now we arrive in the final element of Gotong Royong. In this final stage, we will bring the spirit of Gotong Royong to life. Not just an idea, but something that we can feel and taste, like signature beverage. So in front of each of you, there are key ingredients we will use to bring this vision to life, representing 4 elements of harmony: flavor, texture, balance, and sweetness, all working together, which brings harmony into our signature beverage, just like Gotong Royong. But in order to do that, I need we to collective action together, starting from me. Here, I have 4 shots of Indonesian yellow bourbon espresso, chilled, made with a recipe of 20 grams in to 30 grams out to concentrate the flavors and create the perfect foundation for what we will build together. Now, it's gonna be your turn to contribute, starting from you, Scott, representing the flavors. You can add that ingredients into this chamber. 40 ml of mixed berry cordials, made by preparing fresh blueberries, fresh raspberries, and also water and stevia, cooking together with low heat for 30 minutes, concentrating the berries. So I choose berries because when it interacts with the flavor notes of our yellow bourbon, it elevating the flavors and create the new notes of pineapple. Now, next, we need textures. In our coffee, the textures coming from the processing methods. In our signature beverage, it's coming from you, Carol, with 20 grams of milk gum. It was prepared by elevating our milk in our milk beverage, adding 1 gram of xanthan gum and vanilla together to create a syrupy consistency. Adding that into signature beverage, elevating the textures that is creamy and velvety. Reminds you back to the milk beverage you just experienced. Next, to bring balance, we need a pleasant bitterness, which is you, Cindy. You can add that 40 grams of herbs infusions, made by infusing herbs, consisting of orange peel, rosemary, and lemongrass, in the sous vide for 12 hours, resulting in aromatic bitters. Adding ingredients into the signature beverage will elevate the floral sensation that reminds you of osmanthus. Lastly, we need the sweetness to bind everything together, just like Gotong Royong bind us together here. We need you, Daria, with 20 grams of cocoa nectar from Indonesia. It's a natural sweetness coming from the safflower of coconut trees. Remember the coconut in our milk beverage? It balances the acidity and creates a new notes of chocolate. Here, also create a new notes of the chocolate sweetness in your signature beverage. Next, I'm gonna blend everything together using this hand blender. But for now, please write down the following flavor notes of pineapple, orange, osmanthus with sweet chocolate, velvety, and creamy texture. I'm serving you in a temperature of 20 degrees to really highlight the flavor clarity in the final serving. But for now, please enjoy this beverage. Swilling for 5 times. Smell the aroma just like you did in your espresso. Just wait until I call my time. So friends, remember at the beginning I shared how I felt distance in this fast-moving world, unsure on how to keep my balance. But today, standing here together with all of you, that distance become connections, and those connections turns into harmony. And this journey reminds me that alone we might go fast, but together we can go as far as we dream. This is the spirit of Gotong Royong. Enjoy time.
That was our 11 semi-finalists. Please give them a massive round of applause.